Hi everybody, this is Dr. Schroeder with this week's video introduction to week number 2 in our course in the principles of healthcare research. And we had a really good discussion in week number 1, I thought. I've gone through and I've reviewed the discussion, I've left some feedback, posed some questions, especially later in the week. And so you may want to go ahead and review my comments and review my feedback during the week. Really, the main idea this week was to go ahead and to read the 2 discussion articles, research articles, and to describe and define how they each met their particular research paradigm. The Beck study was a study of post-traumatic stress in women that experienced birth trauma. That was set up as a qualitative study. And it was a qualitative study because essentially what Beck said is that, we really don't know a lot about this particular population. We don't really know what are these women's lived experience. And so this is a study that was set up trying to glean more information or try to find more information. Therefore, that's why it really kind of fit that qualitative paradigm. It fit the qualitative paradigm because it wasn't trying to show any cause and effect. It wasn't trying to prove anything or try to support that one particular thing or one particular aspect of these women's experience caused them any particular stress or distress. It was just getting them to discuss and talk about what their lived experiences were. And then the second study was the Kokaba study, a study of patients who were in hospice and were in many cases, or in most cases, clearly the later stages of hospice care. And it was a study to see if a simple intervention of just a hand massage, a simple hand massage, if that hand massage had a impact on their levels of comfort. It was done as a quantitative study because even though it was measuring subjective information, that subjective information was turned into a quantitative form. In the turn of a survey, they came up with a numerical value, which is very common when we're doing nursing research studies. But that allowed us to go ahead, or allowed Kokaba to actually measure to see what were the levels of comforts in these patients, to see if there was a direct relationship between the hand massage and their levels of comfort. And that's why this particular study was done as a quantitative study. It was quantitative because Kokaba was looking for a specific cause and effect. Did the hand massage cause a higher level of comfort? That could be significant information, and it required this type of a research to go ahead and come up with that particular outcome. And of course, as everybody reported, as you all picked up, there really weren't, it was just kind of sort of a mild correlation. There really wasn't a big statistical support that the hand massage had a really big effect. But still, even that really is significant information. Just because there was no significant effect doesn't mean that that isn't important information. And that study could be replicated using maybe a little bit of a different population within a more rigorous setting, and to see if the results would be replicable, which is an important part of a quantitative study as well. So really the important thing to take away from here that we carry into week 2 is to remember that the research question that is being asked in a study is that is what determines whether a study is going to be qualitative or quantitative, not the subject matter. Any subject in any human experience can be studied as either qualitative or quantitative. However, if the study seeks to show a causative effect or seeks to try to prove, although I use that prove, we really don't use the word prove too much in research because no one study proves anything. But if we're looking to show something, if we're looking to show a cause and effect where a particular an independent variable has an effect on a dependent variable, that 2 variables are related in some way, that is one variable raises that another variable will raise, that requires a quantitative study. However, if we're just trying to find what people think about, what people's experiences, their values, attitudes, and beliefs are about a particular topic or a particular experience, then we would use a qualitative research study. So this week, after doing your reading, you're going to be answering a discussion question, just a discussion question once again this week. You're going to be talking about what the differences are between primary and secondary sources of literature. A very straightforward question that will be revealed as you do your reading this week. discuss how you know if literature has been peer reviewed. And that's important because really in nursing research, we should only be reviewing information that is peer reviewed as a basis for any of our studies. And hopefully our studies someday will be peer reviewed. Talk about the different peer-reviewed matter databases, such as the Cochrane database and PubMed and the various other sources. You'll be discussing those. And then finally, posing a research question. And really the idea here is to pose a research question that you would use as a basis for a study, and then discuss whether that would use a qualitative or quantitative methodology. So once again, these posts will be due. Your original post will be due by Wednesday. Your 2 follow-up post by next Saturday, and then I'll be wrapping up that class with my next video introduction probably next Sunday evening. Of course, today is Mother's Day, so happy Mother's Day to all you mothers out there. If you are not a mother, I hope that you called your mother and wished her a happy Mother's Day. And so as always, let me know if you have any questions this week. I look forward to participating once again with you in class. Now that we're pretty much through our introductions and kind of through this first week of class, I'll be jumping in and participating a little bit early in the week than I did this week. I kind of like that first week to let people kind of sort of take off with the discussion a little bit before I start posing new questions. And as you've probably noticed, I kind of like to do that. I like to pose new questions and give you new things to think about through the week. So have a great week. I look forward to participating with you in class. Keep an eye on the syllabus for your upcoming assignments, and I will see you in the discussion forums.